let's say you get black ownership. Say you get two of them in Denver and Miami. What does that do for the community at large? So you get into this place, and Jim Brown at that age is still one of the most intimidating individuals I've ever met. There's a certain presence about him. Very polite individual, though. He comes around to every person, shakes their hands, asks their name. And Jason, I'll never forget this exchange we had, me and Jim, or Mr. Brown. He said, "Hello, sir, what's your name?" And I said, "Oh, I'm Steve Kim." And he goes, "Kim," and he's with his friend, and he goes, "You're Korean, right?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And he looks right in front of me to his friend. He goes, "These Koreans, they get it. See, they own their communities. They have the Koreatowns all over. They pool their money together. What are we doing?" And so here I thought, all right, I'm going to ask the right thing. Well, Mr. Brown, do you think there's been enough progress in getting coaches in the NFL? And he goes, he scoffs at me and he goes, "Son, coaches are replaceable. It's very symbolic. We've done enough symbolic things. We have enough symbols." He goes, "Coaches get fired every year. You know what I want?" He goes, "Give me every agent. Then we could talk about progress." And then he went on to the next guy. That has never left me. It's my one conversation that I had with Jim Brown before him and Bernard Hopkins basically took the floor. Here's the issue. Let's say you get black ownership. Say you get two of them in Denver and Miami. What does that do for the community at large? I would argue that instead of having two NFL franchises that are owned by black groups, if you pull that money together across the country, would it be better off if you created 10 to 15,000 small black businesses or brought property in those affected areas that are largely populated by people of color, and then creating a job in an ecosystem all across the country? I'm being dead serious. I don't know exactly what having two NFL franchises do, except for the media that's going to feel good about themselves. They're going to feel as though they were a part of this. And obviously for the people that are getting the proceeds from being a part of that cabal. I think that's the question that really has to be asked.
Steve, you make a great point. I'm going to tell you one of my all-time favorite Jim Brown quotes. And Jim and I have been friends. Jim's been a mentor of mine for the last 25 years, maybe I would say. But Jim's greatest quote, he did not just to me, he said this many, many times. The problem with black people is we buy what we want and we beg for what we need. Buy what you want, beg for what you need. That's our problem.